Time. It is the most valuable asset we have. And I mean that literally for some of the luxury watches in today's video. Watches have become more than an essential accessory for telling time. They are works of art and statement pieces that indicate class among men and women, and sometimes evoke strong emotions and sentiments. We also reveal the holy trinity of luxury watches, the biggest, most ostentatious triad in modern horology. This video breaks down some of the most luxury watch brands and why they stand out enough to cost between a few $1,000s to millions of dollars for a single piece. We describe what makes these brands so reliable and trusted by astronauts, top athletes, celebrities, and even royalty for many decades. These exclusive watches have remained relevant for the richest clientele all these years, and we tell you what each of them is known for. If you stick around, we will tell you which ones have the rarest gemstones and which ones are put together by hand. Here are some of the top-of-the-line luxury watches that define timeless timepieces. And spoiler alert, the brand you have in your mind may not be one of them. Patek Philippe. There is a lot to be said about the first watch on our list. Having existed since the early 1800s and is argued to be one of the first wristwatches ever made, Patek Philippe & Co. has a long history of serving royalty, and we can't help but see why. Known for its immaculate designs and luxurious finishing, every component that makes up this timepiece is created within the Patek Philippe company, and they are regarded as exclusive pieces of a million-dollar puzzle. This attention to quality has contributed to the public's trust in their products. They are famed for releasing limited edition watches such as the Nautilus, Aquanaut, Calatrava, and 24. Starting at about $18,000, Patek Philippe can cost as much as $11 million. Patek Philippe holds the record for the most expensive watch sold at auction, the Grandmaster Chime, which sold for a whopping $21.19 million in 2019. Patek boasts a long list of high-profile clients over millennia, from Queen Victoria to James Ward Packard to contemporary stars like Charlie Sheen and Brad Pitt. Little wonder why this brand stands as #1 in the holy trinity of watchmakers. Vacheron Constantin. The second spot goes to the second brand in the holy trinity of watches. Vacheron Constantin has brought excellent quality to the wristwatch industry since 1755 and is an expert in creating unique horological masterpieces. A true work of art, these Swiss watches comply with the tradition of Genevan artistry and are known for their expertise in making high-caliber timepieces. The elegant design of these watches is not as popular or easily recognizable as many others on this list, but this does not take away from its luxury. In fact, many people love them for their understated elegance. You can don these luxury accessories, and no one would realize that you have clipped a fortune to your wrist. Vacheron Constantin manufactures a wide variant of a sophisticated timepiece, such as the complicated reference number 57260, valued at $8 million by Forbes. Other collections include Patrimony, Malt, Le Historique, the Overseas, etc. Vacheron watches cost between $15,000 to $11 million and have caught the eyes of high-profile customers like the Egyptian king, Farouk, former Prime Minister of Italy Silvio Berlusconi, and Princess Diana, who was gifted one for her wedding named the Lady Kala. Jaeger-LeCoultre. Jaeger-LeCoultre is undoubtedly one of the most famous Swiss wristwatch brands today, and it is synonymous with class, innovation, and luxury. It is highly respected by other Swiss brands for its quality craftsmanship with every offering. Every watch sold goes through over 1,000 hours of testing to ensure that the customer gets the most reliable machine behind the exquisite designs. They also revolutionized the horology industry with the ultra-thin dual-dialed series. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso is one of the most iconic luxury watches ever made. It can flip over to protect its face from scratches and appeals to male and female customers. Other iconic Jaeger collections include the JLC Geophysics, Master Compressor, and Master Ultra Thin collection. JLC timepieces typically start at around $4,000 and can sell as high as $1 million. This craftsmanship has endeared it to many notable persons, from Charlie Chaplin to King Edward VIII and Kit Harington. Rolex. Arguably the most recognized wristwatch brand, everyone you know wants a Rolex, but very few can afford them. Interestingly, Rolex produces more watches per day than any other luxury watch brand on this list, with approximately 2,000 watches created daily. Despite the quantity, Rolex boasts a fine lineup of collections such as the Daytona, Submariner, Yachtmaster 1 and 2, and the Sky Dweller, among others. Like their names imply, Rolex watches have been taken up into space, down the ocean's depths, and they are famed for keeping time in really difficult terrains. Former US President Barack Obama has been spotted donning the Rolex Cellini. Other notable names who enjoy the luxurious brand include Warren Buffett, Paul Newman, Roger Federer, and Jay-Z. Omega. Owned by the Swatch Group, this Swiss company is one of today's most recognized brands. It is the second highest-selling wristwatch brand, just behind Rolex, and is characterized by great aesthetics and impeccable details. Omega watches are crafted with materials impervious to electromagnetic interference, which ensures precise time accuracy. Little wonder why it has served as the official timekeeper for the Olympic Games since 1965. The Omega Seamaster can be described as the unofficial spy wristwatch, appearing in 2 James Bond movies, once on Pierce Brosnan for GoldenEye and then on Daniel Craig's wrist. The limited edition Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch costs over $100,000, as only 69 pieces were made. NASA astronaut Buzz Aldrin wore the Omega Moonwatch on his infamous first steps on the moon, and it has featured in every moon landing ever since. Omega watches are used in submarines, and the first man to reach the North Pole did so with an Omega watch on his hand. Now, if that doesn't scream class, what does? Breguet. Like others on this list, Breguet is a legacy watch brand that has served aristocrats and royalty for many decades. Famous for revolutionizing the wristwatch over the decades, Breguet is known for its technical innovations and luxurious finish. Each handcrafted piece displays horology expertise going back decades, which you cannot put a price on. Well, maybe you can. A single Breguet piece can go for $400,000, while certain special collections have sold for $10 million. Breguet boasts top-of-the-shelf collections, including the Heritage Collection, Classique Collection, Breguet Marine, Reine de Naples, Breguet Grande Complication, etc. You can spot a Breguet by the coined-edge signature that they come with. They enjoy a transparent face that reveals the inner mechanics and watch engine, including complications. Breguet watches come with that infamous Swiss assurance of durability that guarantees you will cherish for a lifetime and pass them on. To get a Breguet means to be in the company of a clientele like Sir Winston Churchill, Marie Antoinette, Napoleon Bonaparte, and King Louis XVI. Cartier. When you think of Cartier, what comes to mind? Possibly a jewelry company that also crafts sunglasses. Although Cartier has made a name for itself as the king's jeweler, the company began by making wristwatches. They stand out for their distinct gold granulation, high-end mechanical calibers, and grisaille enamel. Cartier knows their way with precious stones, but their pieces are not always bedazzled. They have designed classy collections. Most famous for the now iconic Tank collection, this Swiss company is nothing if not luxurious. It seems to be the go-to watch for U.S. First Ladies like Michelle Obama, Jill Biden, and Jackie Kennedy. Other notable persons caught walking around with a Cartier wristwatch strapped to their wrist includes Yves Saint Laurent and Sammy Davis. Audemars Piguet. Last, but certainly not least on our luxury watch list is the third brand of the Holy Trinity. Known simply as AP, Audemars Piguet boasts a rich history since its inception in 1875. This understanding of history and respect for tradition is combined with modern technological innovations, which gives a classic look to their timeless designs. Unlike many wristwatches on this list that use stainless steel finish, AP uses black ceramic. They combine the precision of machines and the expertise of the best craft masters to achieve that satin-brushed and polished finish, before topping it with golden screws. Now that is classy. Audemars Piguet can cost up to about $900,000. The AP Royal Oak series is the most successful of the company's collection and has been worn by celebrities like Jay-Z. They also boast exquisite collections such as the Flying Tourbillon, Perpetual Calendar, and the Chronograph. These and many more make Audemars Piguet stand out among 1,000 luxury watches. Which luxury watch would you love to wear one day? Let us know in the comments section below. We will be back soon with amazing videos. See you there! We hope that you enjoyed this list of the most luxury watch brands.